Or if you want to go a little a little heavy, it activates you here. This would have literally took me straight into profit, 20 pips.
I'm
Boom.
dropping the
If I'm
standard.
trading with a standard lot size, that's $200 I just made in 30 minutes. And I'm gonna jump in. Y'all got any pairs y'all want me to look at? Any pairs y'all been looking at?
Yeah, I've been looking at. Well, I'm in AUD CAD right now, but it keep going up and down. And silver. I think who was that? Was that Traylon that was looking at silver earlier?
Octavius.
Oh, okay, Cartavius. Yeah. So
Wait, EA and EJ.
Okay. Did you say you was in AUD CAD?
yeah, I'm in it for the sell.
Okay. Let me look at it. Really? Looking off of it, it rejected this while for a while. It broke to that zone finally. Make sure it ain't no break and retest. Other than that, if it ain't no break and retest, yeah, it's about to drop. Yeah.
Hey, my bad. Let me hey J Moss, you mind if I go ahead and make my announcement real
Oh
quick?
yeah, absolutely. Chris got an announcement. Okay.
Hey yo, first of all, let me just shout out everybody that's hopping on this call because number one, if you're on this call right now with J Mars, you about to make a bag. Simple as that. It's just no other way to explain it. J Mars is one of the dopest people I've ever seen teach trading, period. So if y'all listen to him and y'all are taking notes, you're gonna end up like this person that I'm about to announce that is the winner of the $250 worth of Bitcoin for the Christmas COL giveaway. Please drop some fire in the chat. Drop some Christmas emojis. Drop some money bags. Go crazy right now for my guy Lawrence. Hit me
Let's
up.
go. Let's go.
3 TP smacked overnight is done. I checked the date stamp on the screenshot. Is done. That man said, "Oh, I'm getting $250 for this." Bet went crazy.
I guess this is a perfect time to go over the engulfing candlestick, and this is a time period where you can see when it doesn't work and when it does work. And if you got any questions anytime I'm going over this, unmute yourself. Just feel free to. You do not have to sit there and listen like this is a lecture. Ask as many questions as you want. So when you see that engulfing candlestick right there, you just want to highlight that area so you can know the range where you're looking at. So when you identify the engulfing candlestick, and if you don't know, engulfing candlestick is when the body completely devours the body of the previous candle, just like right here. This body completely devoured the size of the previous candle. That's an engulfing candlestick. That's supposed to let you know what direction it's about to keep going in. But look what happened. It pushed down at this level and found support, left a long wick doji, ended up going and closing this way in reversal. That's a reversal pattern. If you look at your candlestick Bible, you're just seeing it on a larger time frame. Higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation of the trend, really. So when you scale down and look at this area from the 4 hour, all you want to do is basically adjust it. This is the area that the engulfing was in right here. It's that small little area and then that big burst. That's what you were seeing on the daily with those two candlesticks. So of course, when you're looking at it on the 4 hour time frame, you're gonna see more candles because those every 4 hours make up the full 24, like 4, 8, 12, 16, up to 24 hours. Then you're gonna see 4 more. I mean, way more for the next day. That don't make sense. Just tell me to run it back, and I will. But anyways, you want to mark up. You want to mark up the flagpole. Was anybody asking something?
Yeah, I got a question on that. On the engulfing candlestick, do you go all the way up to the wick or just the body?
That's a good question. So looking at it from the daily, and if I can do it another way, if it helps you see it better, I can draw this zone. Yeah, you can do it from the bottom of that wick up into the top or the dang, I'm on the wrong thing. Up into the highest point of that wick right there. You can do it wick to wick. So now when you scale into the 4 hour, you're finna see 4 hours worth of 2 days, if that makes sense. Now that's your whole range that those two engulfing candlesticks made over those 2 days. So now when you draw in this flagpole, you just really want to drag it from just that bottom point all the way up into that peak. That's your flagpole. So now we got to identify our bullish flag pattern. So when you scale down to the 1 hour time frame, so of course you're going to see more candles. That flag pattern, what it is to be exact, is representing that pullback, that sideways consolidation, and you just want to draw that range. So now you see the flagpole, and here's the flag pattern. Well, how do I know where to draw the flag pattern? Look at your horizontal support and resistance. Let me change the color on this. And you always want to place your stop loss directly at the bottom of the lowest wick in this flag pattern, meaning that sideways movement. It pushed all the way to here. Well, look where it's at. It's at the bottom of that flag pattern. So now you know your stop loss. And why is this your stop loss? Well, look what formed on the 1 hour time frame, engulfing candlestick. Where did I tell y'all that it was going to pull back to every time on that engulfing candlestick? At least 50% of the engulfing candlestick. It's like clockwork. This strategy works on every time frame. Don't matter. If you find an engulfing candlestick on the 1 hour, you can scale down to the 15-minute and find the flag pattern. And you can get sniper entries. And by you understanding this is you getting perfect sniper entries, boom. I know it's going to pull back in this range right there, because that's my, once I saw this right there, it let me know that price is not going to break and it's leaving this long wick. So I always draw my entry points the same way, directly in the middle of that zone. And if you do not know how to draw the zone, you are drawing it from the stop loss, meaning the peak of that wick right there, all the way up into the body. As soon as you hit that body, boom, that's your range. And your entry point is always going to be dead in the middle, because now, let's say you missed it right here. It went up and touched the resistance level, meaning the ceiling. Understand what you're looking at. You literally just finding a different way how to identify that horizontal support and resistance. Now you got your zone. As long as it's in that flag pattern, you can catch that sell up here. Meaning it's the same concept. Sell zone. Highest wick to the first part of the body. Now you got sniper entry for the sell, ride it all the way back down, get out, catch the wave on the way back up. You can trade it literally just like that if you want to. Or you can just be patient and wait on that buy, because you know it's about to buy. Oh snap, let me put that back. So you know it's about to buy. So just be patient, and you know it's about to reject this resistance level, come back down and test it again. So let's say I missed it the first time when it was in my sell buy zone, and I missed it the second time. Well, it came up here, rejected strongly, long wick rejection on the 1 hour. Look what it did. And it's going to seem like every time, 99% of the time, it's only going to be that rare 1% you'll be able to see the 1%. It's going to come down and perfectly put you in on that buy limit. It's like clockwork. Anywhere in this range right here, boom. So if I know that this is my entry point, well, let's see how many pips away from my entry point is my stop loss. Come on now. This is a GBP pair. And if you don't know, GBP is one of the strongest currency pairs. It's the US dollar, then the Great British pound. So anything GBP is moving heavier than regular currency. Well, it is a regular currency pair, but other pairs like AUD/JPY, AUD/CAD, EU. This currency exchange, the Great British pound is way stronger than the New Zealand dollar. So the currency exchange is going to be more in your profit. Boom. So now if I'm able to get in a trade literally 10 to 12 pips away from my stop loss, think about what this is going to do for your trade. Not only that, I can go down to the 30-minute time frame. So of course I'm going to see more. And I can literally watch. Anytime it's wasting time up in this zone, every time it get closer and closer to that stop loss, another entry, another entry, And each entry can get heavier and heavier because what kind of lot size, Johnny, what kind of lot size you using if you getting into a trade 5 pips away from your stop loss?
Ooh, about a 10 cent.
About a point, yeah, about a point 10. That's $1 per pip. That means Johnny, if he get that entry 5 pips away from his stop loss and he ended up pushing up 60 pips, he risked $5 to make $60. Or if you want to go a little a little heavy, it activates you here. This would have literally took me straight into profit 20 pips.
I'm
Boom.
dropping the
If I'm
standard.
trading with a standard lot size, that's $200 I just made in 30 minutes. When it starts to take off and make its real move, you just risk 10 to 12 pips to smash out 88 at resistance. Now you know it's about to reject off of this level because it's undid it before. Catch that sell, catch them pips on the way back down. Because you know you inside this flag pattern. This is a bullish flag. And whenever it break through the flag pattern, you know what's going to come next. Break, retest, continuation. You can't be wrong. Either way it go, you can't be wrong. Scenarios where this flag pattern, let me show you what it looked like on the daily. Now we got all these markups on it. What y'all notice about the range? Where y'all think the pullback finna come to? 50% of the engulfing candlestick.